Hello my lovely Trails fans, welcome back to our next episode of Trails from Zero. Alrighty, time to continue our explorations of the city. Dad works as a manager at the IBC. He told me he's the boss, so I guess he's an important person there. He usually has to go to work super early in the morning and comes home way late. I wish he'd give himself a bit of a break and relax for a little while. Explains why we've never seen their father. They're practicing. Alright, now lower your hips, lightly place your hands here and allow the rhythm to be your guide. Wow, I had no clue that Granny could dance. It sure came as a shock to me, but I gotta hand it to her. Are you ready yet, Colin? I'm going to leave you behind if you don't hurry up. No, wait for me, Mama. Watering the plants, watering the plants. I forgot to water the plants this morning. I can't believe people these days. Whatever happened to good old-fashioned home cooking? Been seeing a lot of folk delivering pizzas here while I've been lounging around. I swear, folks these days, too busy with their glamorous lifestyles to even whip up something healthy to eat themselves. Oh, we finally get to take a look at the McDowell estate. Lady Ellie? It's been too long, Joanna. I apologise for showing up unannounced. No, not at all. I shall prepare a meal immediately, as I was already getting ready to do so. So, does this mean, have you retired from the police force and returned back home? I washed your jammies, they should be in the designated location. Oh, and I already cleaned your room and made your bed every day, so you're welcome to use it whenever you like. I apologise, Joanna. I only came here to visit. I haven't retired from the police force, nor am I planning to anytime soon. Oh, I see. My apologies for assuming otherwise, my lady. I hope you continue to work your hardest. Of course. Thank you, Joanna. Wow, do these guys have like no confidence in her actually doing a good job in the police service? This is a really nice house. Ah, Lady Ellie. It's been far too long. I do not believe you've visited ever since you joined the police force. I apologise I haven't come by sooner, Helma. So has anything changed around here? Not that I'm aware of. Joanna and I have managed to stay in good health, and Master Henry continues to work tirelessly, to no one's surprise, I might add. Oh, what are we ever going to do with him? Man, Mademoiselle's place is as decked out as I was anticipating. This must have cost a fortune. Yes, when we visited before I saw that the inside was just as magnificent. She also appears to be well acquainted with her butler. Well, the McDowell family's been distinguished for a long time now. This is precisely why I didn't want to bring you all here. I knew this was bound to happen. Question is, which room is hers? Oh my, what lovely weather we're having. I saw Harold speed off in his oval cart earlier this morning. I got the impression that he was in a hurry. Hey Marie, I brought you some milk. It's first class milk straight from Amorica Village. I bet it's super tasty. So I actually ended up turning down the offer to become a manager for one of the Erebonian branches. My wife was as breezy as always, so it came down to me just not feeling motivated about the idea anymore. I feel like this could have been my big break as a stockbroker. But now that I think about it, there's still plenty of business to be had right here. No travelling to the Empire required. Looks like they're staying. Alright. Quick visit to Maine's mining village right after we've gone to the church. Almost forgot about this. Ah, the weather's been wonderful, and I'm pleased to say it looks like we're going to see the end of another accident-free day. How lovely it would be if every day was as peaceful and uneventful as this one. Looks like the long-awaited anniversary festival arrives next month. That's going to be crunch time for us merchants. Alright then, I need to ask Adios for another prosperous year of business. Whenever Dieter Croy of the IBC visits to pray, he always arrives in a huge limousine. He's come close to running me over a few times, but I just can't seem to get upset whenever I see that gleaming smile of his. Welcome to Crossbell Cathedral. What, may I ask, brings you all here today? You're Archbishop Arolda, correct? We're the special support section of the CPD, here about one of our support requests. Ah, on duty, are we? Yes, sir, we received a request from the doctor in charge of the internal medicine department at St. Ursula Hospital, Dr. Lago. I believe he contacted you about getting a sample of the lupinus grass you have here. Unfortunately, he's very busy back at St. Ursula, so he asked us to retrieve the herbs in his stead. Wait a moment. Lago. You did say Dr. Lago, yes? I did indeed receive a letter from him just the other day, but this is the first I've heard of such a request. Huh? There's gotta be some mistake. Oh, there's no mistake. The reason for this is quite simple. I've made it my prerogative to ignore every letter sent by this doctor of yours. What? But why? That's no business of yours. Besides, I already swore upon the goddess to uphold this solemn vow. Hey, Lloyd, something tells me Dr. Lago didn't exactly give us all the details. Yes, it would appear that they have a rather complicated relationship. But that puts us in kind of a tight spot, doesn't it? Still, we accepted the doctor's request. It's our duty to follow through no matter how difficult the Archbishop may be. Excuse me, Archbishop Arolda. What is it? We were informed by Dr. Lago that he intends to use all the herbs for internal medicine research. Considering how renowned St. Ursula is as a medical institution, I'm sure those herbs will go a long way in helping future patients. We don't intend to ask any personal questions about you and the doctor's relationship. However, despite your differences, is it not at all possible for you to let Dr. Lago have some of the lupinus grass? It seems as though you four have misunderstood me. When did I say that I wouldn't hand over the herbs? Huh? You will find the lupinus grass in my office, toward the back of the sanctuary and on the left. If you tell Father Renton that you have my permission, he should supply you the grass without any problems. Now I'd say this conversation has reached its end. Go on, get going. Thank you, sir. Well then. That took less convincing than I was expecting. Did we even actually convince him to do anything in the first place? It sounded like he'd intended to give it to us anyway. I am still confused about the whole ordeal. Would it not be wise to pick up the lupinus grass before he changes his mind? We definitely should. He said it was in the office in the back left, right? Let's hurry over. What is going on with those two? Oh, how can I help you? This is the office of Archbishop Arolda. You can't simply barge in here. Oh, sorry about that. We're the special support section or the CPD, you see. Lloyd explained that the SSS had Archbishop Arolda's permission to pick up some lupinus grass. Ah, I see. If you already have the Archbishop's approval, then that's fine. Very well. Wait just a minute then. Here, one sample of lupinus grass. If you've wondered about the name, lupinus is actually from an old word meaning wolf. And this particular herb has a fascinating history. It's said that it was gifted to mankind by the divine wolves a long, long time ago. It could once be found in abundance near Crossbell City, but all the recent development has caused it to become scarce. I think I remember my grandfather telling me the same story when I was little. Really, I never knew about it. That just raises another question. If the grass is so rare, why would Archbishop Arolda just hand it over like this? Can't say I understand it either. I got the vibe that he's not the biggest fan of Dr. Lago. I admit, I am at least a little curious about this apparent drama between them. Oh, you're talking about the bad blood between the Archbishop and Lago? It's not really a secret around here. You see, before he was a doctor, Lago was originally studying to be a priest at this very cathedral. Dr. Lago wanted to work in the church? There's nothing strange about the notion, actually. When it comes to internal medicine, even the most cutting-edge medical science isn't too far off from healing techniques the Septuagint Church will often study. This is true. The church is known for its research into medical treatments and the like. But why exactly did Dr. Lago leave to join the medical college? Supposedly, he was scouted out by the hospital's director at the time. Despite learning everything he knew about general medicine from Archbishop Arolda, he also had a strong ambition to take on the challenge of modern medicine, so he ended up leaving the path of priesthood. The Archbishop tends to be a bit hard-headed, so he's had trouble forgiving Dr. Lago for leaving the path of the clergy. Huh, I get that. Lago's move probably felt like a stab in the back. Well, stubborn as the Archbishop may be, he knows when it's important to set aside his personal feelings for the greater good. The fact that he allowed you to have those herbs is a prime example. In other words, though he may scowl at the mere mention of Dr. Lago, he at least still has respect for his abilities as a physician. So for what I'm hearing, those two do not have a complicated relationship after all. They in fact have an obnoxiously complicated relationship. Isn't that a bit too blunt to you? Either way, in the end we got what we came for. Let's go and deliver these to Dr. Lago before doing anything else. Oh, how stubborn. Yes, you still need something from me? You have the herbs, don't you? Get on with delivering them. Recently, we started to hold Sunday school outside of the cathedral every now and then. Children of Amorica, Mainz and the downtown district rarely show up to class, so we've opted to bring the lessons to them instead. Sister Hetina has been a great help in holding Sunday school outside of the Crossbell Cathedral. It's a good way to get those kids an education. Sunday school is not scheduled for today. Instead, we're holding Mass for everyone. We would love it if you could attend. The days when Sunday school is in session are always a saving grace for me. For someone like me, who spends so much time in a sad place like this, simply hearing the cheerful voices of children can do wonders. It can get lonely tending the graves when the cathedral isn't holding Sunday school. My husband passed away during a bloody dispute 30 years ago. The day it happened, we had gotten into an argument and he stormed out of the house. I never got to say goodbye. Don't all of you have someone you really truly care about? You mustn't wind up like me, you know. Take care to not say anything you might regret. Tell your loved ones how you feel every day. True, true. Alrighty, now we can go to Mainz. I recently took the bus over to Crossbell City in hopes of finding myself a good man, and as we exited the mountain tunnel I noticed the cutest little girl on the side of the road. I almost mistook her for a doll. I got the impression that she wasn't from around here. I wonder what she was doing out there all by herself. That'll be Ren. For being some spindly city boy, Harold's a pretty upstanding guy. Guess if I were to nitpick, I'd say he's a bit too modest though. If he really wants to make it big, he's got to be a bit more confident in himself. You know, Mr. Hayworth looks so sad when he looks at me. I wonder why. Why do I feel like her mum died or something? Like the in an anniversary festival or something, because I don't think he particularly likes that either. So, you've run your trading company for 7 years now, Mr. Hayworth. I wouldn't go as far to call my little business a trading company. My belief is that I should try to conduct business while putting a smile on all of my customers and associates' faces. I'm afraid I don't quite meet the typical expectations one might have for a Crossbell trader. Don't say that. I think you're doing good work in Crossbell, Mr. Hayworth. It seems like the three of them are busy at the moment. I agree, we probably shouldn't interrupt them. Estelle doesn't look very happy for some reason though. I wonder if she's figured out that that's Ren's father. Yesterday, Alec came home with scratches all over him. What am I going to do with that boy? They weren't anything major, but if he keeps on goofing around without paying attention to his surroundings, he'll go headfirst off a cliff someday. Boys will be boys. I only wish they would think about how much I have to worry about them. Apparently, he's been parked over at the city's casino gambling from sunup to sundown. That guy hits the slots once and then he's hooked on the casino for life. Come on, Gantz. I mean, he's free to whoop it all he likes. I just want to know when he'll pay me back that mirror I loaned him. Oh, you're not getting that back, my friend. All is mine is again some much needed time off during the anniversary festival next month. That's going to be my chance to take back my mirror and win back at the casino. Can't come soon enough. He's got a gambling addiction. Things have really come a long way, even for us old-fashioned miners. Believe it or not, we didn't even have bulb lamps when the previous mine chief was in charge. Every day was just as perilous as the last. Working the mines is a whole lot safer now than back in those days. Phew, I wouldn't be able to survive without my wife's home-cooked lunches. Alright, back to work. Should be everyone that we can talk to in here. Guess we'll go to the inn next. This inn's like a ghost town during the day. Okay, since I've got a bit of free time on my hands, listen closely. Luca, our waitress here, is one of the most unsociable people I've ever met, but whenever she genuinely smiles, it's one of the most adorable things I've ever seen. If I was a guy, it'd be love at first sight. What's your deal? Take your stirs and shove off. Norma takes all the orders, I just carry them for you. That's everything. If you've got what you need, you mind leaving me alone? Just want to check. Did I get the book in the last game from... Okay, yeah, I did. According to my lady, all of our travel funds were pilfered from the mansion's private safe. My lady assures me that we have enough funds to last us a year, but just how much did she actually take? The batch of septium crystals I have my sights set on here is the genuine article. Given the low yield on crystals lately, it takes luck to even find an opportunity to purchase them. Much to my dismay, I was unsuccessful in negotiating for that septium yesterday. No matter, I still have plenty of mirror to stay here comfortably, so I intend to stick around for a while. Oh, hope she doesn't go bankrupt trying to get those crystals. All of the septium we mine here is used in a variety of different industries. The smaller sepith fragments are used in manufacturing quartz, and larger crystals are primarily used in making jewellery. Whenever I start thinking about how the septium we mine will be used, it really makes me proud. Due to Mainz's location, it can be a real challenge to get our hands on groceries. It's rather tiring to have to take the Orbal bus every time we need to go shopping, but that's become less of an issue now. A trader from Crossbell City named Harold Hayworth occasionally visits to sell us produce, and we couldn't be more grateful. He brings us the most delicious produce all the way from America. There's been a merchant doing business in town as of late. Felicia, was it? I appreciate her aggressive nature and mindset, but I still think she has quite a ways to go if she wants to make it as a merchant. It appears she's set her sights on our septium crystals. What to do? What to do? Sell her the crystals? I tripped and fell pretty hard while I was running around town yesterday. I got back home all scraped up from head to toe and my mum was furious. I guess I should pay more attention to my surroundings next time. Yeah, you probably should, buddy. Nowadays, you rarely see young men willingly join the mining crew. On the contrary, most youngsters in Maines claim that they're going to live sophisticated lives as merchants. It's a bit of a somber sight to see, but I guess it's just a sign of the times. A miner's salary is nothing special. It's fine if you're living here, but if you went to the city's entertainment district, you'd be broke in no time. Jeez, is any of this really worth it? I always wake up early every morning so I can start making my husband's lunch. I'm sure he gets pretty hungry with how demanding his job can get, so I always make sure to fill his lunchbox as much as I can. Nothing makes me happier than when he comes home and doesn't have a single leftover. Aww. So sweet. Well, that's everyone spoken to in Maines. So I guess we go to the next destination back in the city. We have to head on over to St. Ursula at some point too to drop over those herbs. I've made sure to invest plenty of mirror into the IBC's very own Michelin. As an investor, I receive tons of free Mishi merchandise. I am seething with envy. Hey there, wanna play? We're offering nice discounts today. Damn it, I tried my luck at the roulette table after I got my ass kicked. That sure backfired. I swear the people at this casino are way too good. Are they even human? I may not look it, but I'm a darn good gambler. You'll be sorely disappointed if you think you can beat me easily. The whims of fate can be an unpredictable beast. You can never be quite sure what it has in store for you from one moment to the next. This is precisely why men choose to cling to the notions of fate and destiny. I've heard the IBC has the most assets out of any company in the world. I suppose it's only natural. They are a historic international bank and mirror is constantly flowing into Crossbell from all corners of the continent. The true surprise is how they've managed to strike greater riches than the Reinford and Verne companies. Apparently the owner was part of some mafia back in the day, but in the end his group ended up being eliminated by Ravache. I've even heard that he still bears a scar on his chest from a gunshot wound. You serious? That sly old geezer has a crazy past like that? It's a secret though, he doesn't like us talking about it. Dang, that's pretty intense. Jeez Louise, it's not easy to pull the wool over the eyes of my old gal. I tried to sneak out the back exit of my house this morning, and then I just about ran into her on the street corner. I ran away in a panic, and I had to have been seconds away from getting caught. Henry McDowell has been Crossbell's mayor for the last 15 years. He tends not to have any strong leaning toward either side of the political spectrum. Crossbell has certainly had its fair share of problems these last 15 years. However, we've been able to overcome them thanks to his leadership and guidance. It might not mean much coming from a puny old casino owner, but he is a fine man. Hey, good morning. We're not open yet, but hey, what the heck? You want to eat some ice cream anyway? It seems that Lady Ilya slept in and was late for practice today. This is a rare event. I'll have to write this down in my diary. Some people in suits went to talk to the troop this morning. I think they may have had some business with them. They had this no-nonsense sort of look in their eyes. These guys are these fans or stalkers at this point? The First Division has been keeping a watchful eye for us all day. It hasn't seemed to faze any of the performers too much. However, with all the questioning they've had to deal with from the police, today's practice is running a bit late. I'm putting together a list of guests to invite to the performance. Of course, I've noted down all of our sponsors. I know they'll be more than delighted to come. As for the invitations, each and every one of them will be written by hand and completely personalised to the recipients. I appreciate that Ply has been encouraging me all this time. I just don't have much of a competitive spirit. Phew, I feel a lot better now, to be honest. It's amazing to receive so much encouragement from a seasoned performer like her. Oh, Ilya, why'd you have to sleep in on a day like this? Huh, some things just never change. Reminds me of her rookie days. The police detectives didn't seem too thrilled with her, though. That threat letter might actually be the real deal. I've got a bad feeling about this. There's really nothing better than reading a good book. Books help nourish the soul. I'd recommend reading as much as you can when you have the time. Oh, my favourite little guy and his friends have entered the scene. Morning. You look like you just woke up, Ilya. Yeah, kinda. May have slept in a bit too much this morning. Not to worry, my friends, it didn't affect practice one little bit. Well, if you say so. Now we're getting a taste of what Ilya's like behind the scenes. Randy, you lucky dog. Oh, Ilya, how typical of you to come waltzing in late as if you don't have a care in the world. You haven't bothered to change your poor manners one bit, have you? Ah, well, guilty as charged. Anyway, I'm about to start practicing. Be a darling and help me into my clothes, won't you, Cavalier? Ever the diva. I can't help but feel sorry for all the hardships you put the troop leader through. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for conducting the investigation. Not a problem. It's our job, after all. Looks like the 1st Division's already on the case, too. Yeah, they ended up asking me questions, too. Really showed up late today, so I can't help but feel a little on edge. All of our stage designs need to be subtle, yet bold and powerful. It's not something we can just set up in a single day. Stage design has been moving along smoothly thanks to the help of a studio we work with. Phew, perhaps this is a good place to take a break. Whoa, oh, it's you, officers. I didn't even see you there. Sorry about that. Were you practicing all the way over here? Indeed, I have a scene with Ilya during this play. As such, I must make sure I work hard so that I will be able to shine alongside someone as radiant as her. I must do everything I can to ensure I'm at the absolute height of my craft. You want floor plans for the theatre? There should be one inside of our information pamphlets. That won't do. I need the floor plans for when the theatre was built. Any entrances, loading docks, storage rooms, the stage design, and even the placement of the ventilation ducts. All of it. I understand, sir. I'll start looking for them immediately. Okay, I understand the situation. Emma, have the letter in question analysed. I doubt we'll find any fingerprints, but there might be other important clues. Yes, sir. I'll have it analysed immediately. Do us a favour and don't get in the way of our work, okay? Or perhaps it's the SSS's hobby to sniff around where they don't belong? Ouch. Always hit us right where it hurts. Hey you've wrapped up your work here, right? Give it up already and leave this area immediately. This case is already under our jurisdiction. Ugh. We gotta stick up the butt. Okay, I've completed setting up this terminal. As an expert in this field, I can operate terminals with ease. Chief Roberts is one of the lead developers of the Orbital Network project, despite the way he acts. Crossbell's access to the Orbital Network is largely thanks to the Chief's efforts, as difficult as that may be to believe. You're not wrong, but aren't you being a bit too mean to me, Tio? I do not follow. I'm behaving as I usually would. Yeah, you're right. It's probably just my imagination. We leave the difficult parts of operating this device to the specialists, though I think I can handle some basic maintenance at least. Many of our patrons stay here with the intention of visiting the casino. The variety of entertainment available on Crossbell sets us apart from other countries. The beverages in your room are included with the lodging fee. Please drink them as you'd like. That's nice. Most hotels, if you even look at the beverages in the fridge, you have to pay something out of your pocket. Our hotel rooms come equipped with orbital telephones, so our guests can contact the front desk from the comfort of their rooms. Please don't hesitate to call us here at any time if you need any assistance. That's nice. A real fancy place. Some girl named Rickshear is part of Arkansas's newest batch of hires, and she's damn cute. I see her headed to work sometimes, and I can tell she's busting her ass off to overcome all odds. I managed to steal away one of the chicks from over at Bishy's place. Huh, I'm sure he'll find a way to manage. Man, there's nothing like being able to outwit someone. Welcome to Garante. Remember, we aren't an information agency, we only deal in cocktails. How about a yin-flavoured cocktail then? Clever. Hiryu's very own Kao Lee is certainly cunning. He utilises his intellect to corner his opponents, leaving that enigmatic assassin of his to clean up the mess. Even Ravash's Garcia Rosie has trouble dealing with Hiryu's pincer attack. And that's as much of that cocktail that I'm willing to share. I can't believe that worked. So he does know more than he lets on. The anniversary festival is almost here. I bet everyone's looking forward to it. Damn it, that pisses me off. Hostesses have it rough during the festival. Treating guests to drinks from morning till night, giving cutesy responses, putting on fake smiles. Just the thought of it depresses me. Jeez, I can't take much more of this. Ugh. Damn, one of our girls ended up quitting yesterday. It really is a shame. But no harm done. I guess plenty of fish in this fine sea of women. Anyway, how about it, my man? Did you know we're having a happy hour special today? Hey, what are you still doing snooping around here? Thought your business was done. Or are you trying to suck up to the boss like all the rest? That's the same that you said last time. I'm so sleepy. I had to deal with an awfully persistent customer yesterday. He made me stay with him all night. Just my luck. It's starting to look like my rivals might end up making more than me this month. According to the information I was sent, the CPD seems to be coming and going out of Arkansas. My, how dreadful it would be for them if there was a scandal right before their new show debuted. With luck, this won't spoil the excitement that has been building up around the piece. It looks like details about the situation are finally starting to leak. Must be her informants, right? I wonder how much they really know. Alright, that's the back alleys explored. I think we'll go on over to... the hospital, St. Ursula, to finish that quest, and then we'll probably wrap this episode up for today. Alright, he was over here. Oh, back already? Did you get the lupinus grass like I asked? Yes, sir. Would you mind checking that everything's in order? Yes, this is just what I needed. You have my thanks. Now, well, I'm sure the Archbishop told you some stories about me, didn't he? No, nothing in particular. Apparently he did not even open the letter you sent, Doctor. I knew it. I never received a reply, so I figured he must have never bothered to read it. So that whole thing about him agreeing to the deal was a lie. Well, it wasn't easy getting the stuff since we came with no appointment. I truly am sorry about that. It's hard to talk about these sorts of things. Due to our strained relationship, I turned to the special support section to go in my stead. That's the truth. One of the priests there filled us in. Despite his stubbornness, I'm almost positive that Archbishop Arolda approves of the path you chose, Dr. Lago. Is that so? You know, I've always respected him. That much has never changed. Someday when medical care has progressed and become more accessible, I'll meet with him to apologize and thank him for all that he's done. I think he would really appreciate that, sir. Anyway, you've been a great help to St. Ursula. If I need anything else, I'll give the SSS a call. Anytime, Doctor. I'm in your debt, everyone. Now I have a lecture coming up, so I'm afraid I'll have to excuse myself. If I need anything else, I'll give the SSS a call. Okay, so he wasn't lazy, just he has a very obnoxiously complicated relationship with the Archbishop. Just like Tio said. Alrighty then everyone, well thank you for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you know when the next episode's coming out. Feel free to leave a comment on the video and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye bye for now.